what I want to talk about is hyperfocus. All right. So hyperfocus, it can be a superpower, but there's times when hyperfocus can hold us back, right? So let's say you need to do a science project that's due tonight and you take your ADHD medications, right? And then for some reason you hyperfocus on cleaning the house, right? Now you're cleaning every nook and cranny in the house. You're cleaning, going up and down, sweeping left and right. Now you're not focusing on the right thing, but you are hyper-focused, so that's not maybe ideal. But there are times when we have to lock in, and for me, I can speak on this from personal experience. There's times in my life where I've had to lock in and work on a certain project or a certain thing because I want to get it out, whether it's like content that I'm posting here or whether it's like a short film that I'm trying to do or whatever it is. There's times that you have to lock in and focus on something, right? And for those of us who have experienced hyperfocus, when your hyperfocus lands you on the thing that you have to actually focus on, it's a beautiful thing. It doesn't happen often though. Sometimes we focus on everything but the right thing. But when we're able to tap into that hyperfocus, I think it can be a superpower. And what this is, and I'll get the comments in just a second, but this is called like reframing, right? So when you go to a therapist, what they'll do is they'll help you see things from, what they would normally help you do is see things from a different perspective, right? So we call that reframing, so you're looking at something that looks like it should be negative, but you're thinking of it in a different way that you realize that it can help you out in certain areas of your life, right? So if you're hyper focusing and you're locked in on something that needs to get done, like the essay, the science project you have to do tonight, right? If you're doing that and you can lock in for 3-4 hours, you have an amazing project, right? So when it works like that, it's awesome. And Steph says, I love it when I'm in hyper focus mode. I get so much done. I agree. And sometimes I've seen people compare hyper focus mode to mania, and there are some similarities, right? Like mania with bipolar disorder and being hyper focused with like ADHD. Like you're locked in on a certain thing. Your mood might be elevated. You're like driven into that one thing, and it could be good, provided that that's the thing that you would like to work on at that time. Mailman, can't count the number of times that hyper focus has helped me complete things I procrastinated doing. Yeah. And I've had this too. I've had days where I've had things that I've needed to do for months, right? And I might take like 3-4 hours, and it's the best feeling ever. Like I'm knocking out things that I haven't done for months. I'm just knocking them out. And I feel so accomplished. That's one of the best feelings of all time, right? But, the reason why I procrastinated is because, I'm more than likely was in that ADHD paralysis where, and sometimes the process can last, depending on what it is, it can last for like, minutes to hours. And sometimes it feels like it'll last for weeks to months. If, I'm not ADHD paralysis in the sense of, oh, I'm stuck on the couch, I need to get up and go to my doctor's appointment, I can't go up. That could be it. But also you could refer that to, okay, I have these 3 things I need to do. I need to do them this month, and I get to June, July, I still haven't done them, right? So a good way to get out of it, normally I'll talk myself through process, right? So let's say right now I have to put the clothes from the washer to the dryer, but I'm watching a podcast, and I don't want to get up and do it. A lot of times, Eric, I'll talk myself through it. So I'll say, Kojo, get up. 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 I'm talking to myself. I don't know if it works for you, but eventually I'll actually get up. All right, Kojo, let's get up. Let's get up. Let's get up. Let's get up. Get up. All right, let's go do the whatever. Get the clothes from the washer to the dryer. I'll talk myself through it, and I'll try and turn it into a game, because sometimes you feel like you're stuck wherever you are. Is there a way to encourage or direct our hyperfocus task when you focus on? So Tiffany, I would be a billionaire if I could figure this out. It's really, really difficult, because sometimes when you're hyperfocusing, you're trying to avoid a task that you really have to do, right? So sometimes what I'll do is I'll pair an undesirable task, like my homework, with something that I enjoy doing. So if I love Starbucks, I'll go to Starbucks and do my homework, So it's like a game. Sometimes it's kind of like, how we bargain with kids to try and get them to do things. It's like a game, right? And if you can reframe and look at these things as, okay, maybe the hyperfocus is a superpower, but I have to just adjust it, then you may not have as much resentment, at the end of the day when you're like, all right, I wasn't productive. I don't feel good about what I did today.